Welcome to Drive 615. Let's go for a drive. This is the 2021 Nissan GT-R Premium. I've had this practical supercar as a press vehicle from Nissan for the past week, during which I've been daily driving it and experiencing all that it has to offer. First, we're going to take a look at the exterior of the vehicle, then we'll hop inside, take a look at some of the interior features, then we'll go out and take it for a drive. The exterior color is Pear White Tricoat. It's a $1,000 premium paint option, looks absolutely gorgeous. If I was going to get a GT-R, I would get this exact spec or the Super Silver Quad Coat. Total MSRP as tested, $121,040. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at the exterior. A big theme of this GT-R is going to be aerodynamics. Everything was really well thought out and crafted when designing this vehicle to the point where it not only looks good, but also provides a functional purpose, like these vents on the hood here to help cool the engine. The redesigned front fascia to help increase airflow and reduce coefficient of drag. It's 0.26 on this vehicle, which is absolutely amazing. Beautiful front headlights here, all LED. Really pops with the white exterior color of this vehicle. Let's go ahead and pop over and take a look at these 20-inch raised aluminum forged wheels. As you can see here, we've got our Nissan Brembo monoblock 6-piston front, 4-piston rear, brake calipers with fully floating, cross-drilled and ventilated rotors, giving you plenty of stopping power. Behind our front wheel, we've got our front fender vents with our GT-R emblem, contoured side sills as we work our way down the side of this vehicle. I absolutely love the profile of the GT-R. It's just such a sleek vehicle, and even when sitting still, it just looks absolutely incredible. This C-pillar here was redesigned to help increase airflow, so again, everything was really well thought out when designing this vehicle. Here at the rear of the vehicle, you've got some more venting down through here. Of course, the iconic GT-R tail lamps. We've got our rear spoiler, again, helping to increase the airflow, give this vehicle downforce. We've got our burnished exhaust tips on the titanium exhaust. Let's go ahead and take a listen to that. Nice carbon fiber here on this rear diffuser. You can open up the trunk in one of three ways. One, a button on the inside. Two, utilizing the key fob. Or three, by pressing this button right here. This pops open, revealing 8.8 cubic feet of cargo space, perfect for daily driving or perhaps a weekend trip. One interesting thing to note is there's actually no handle here. It's actually a leather pull tab with a little button on the back. So if you want to shut it, you got to kind of simultaneously shut it and get your hands out at the same time. Let's go ahead and hop over and take a look at the door handle, and then we'll hop inside. So as you see, the door handle sits flush on this vehicle. You've got 9 little dots right there. You can put your thumb there and that'll pop open the door handle. While you have the key fob in your pocket, you can press this button here to lock and unlock the door. Let's go ahead and hop inside. We've got the premium interior package on our test vehicle. Absolutely love this Rakuda Tan interior. So gorgeous. I love these cutouts here in the headrest. I think it's a great combination with the exterior color of this vehicle. Steering wheel's got a wonderful feel to it, extremely comfortable, and these paddle shifters are wonderful too because you get a full grip of them. It's a full paddle shift. You'll never miss a shift. They're mounted to the rear of the steering wheel, so you can always find it when you're cornering on the road or the track. On the GT-R, there's no actual handle that you pull out. You actually just pull up on this little tab here. Nice two-tone on the door, leather up here, and kind of a soft felt type material through here. A little cargo net for storage, and one of the 11 Bose speakers. You've got GT-R here on the door sill, and we do have the GT-R carpeted floor mats. Really feel like that gives it a nice touch as well. This is a push to start vehicle. Key fob's in the car, foot is on the brake. Push to start, and this GT-R will fire up to life. You get the GT-R logo there on the startup. Nissan Connect starting up for us. And I like this instrument cluster here. You got carbon fiber through there. The majority of it is going to be analog. You get a little bit of digital components, but for the most part, I really like how you just see what you need to see and no other clutter. We've got a touchscreen through here. You can do your navigation, phone, audio, whatever you need. To get some hard keys through there, but I spent most of my time on the function button. You can see just all the stats of the vehicle, everything you need to know And you go through here, you got PSI boost, you got your engine oil pressure, engine oil tip, you got the G meter, so you got the brake pedal percentage here, so I put my foot on the brake all the way, it'll ramp up to 100. If I give it here a little rev, you see the accelerator going up. You can customize the page to make it fit for what you need to see and when you need to see it. This is kind of the one I've been on, just so I can monitor my temps of the vehicle and also my torque split. This is an all-wheel drive vehicle, and it will change between the different torque splits whenever you're out on the road. If you come down through here, got our R buttons for the transmission, suspension, VDC. You can customize those. Here's an interesting thing. This is the gear selector. Of course, you pop it back one to go in reverse, down another for neutral, all the way back to go in automatic mode, or pop it over to the right to go into manual. You can also control the touchscreen with this scroll wheel here. Here's our cup holders. Now, you've got plenty of carbon fiber through here. I think it would be interesting if this was in carbon fiber as well, but with the way it folds up in here, it may not be possible. It could get scratched potentially, but plenty of carbon fiber steel through there. USB connectivity in here, an auxiliary port, and a 12-volt outlet. And then the rear seats are fairly simple. Got a cup holder there, 2 Bose speakers, and that's pretty much it. Really simple back there. Unfortunately, if you've got a tall person in the front seat, you're not going to get a whole lot of leg room back there. As you can see, it's pretty much maxed out, but nevertheless, you do get that 4-seat capability in case you need it. So that's the interior. Before we go out and take it for a drive, I'm going to show you one quick thing. There's a button down here, and that's going to open up. You flip that switch, that's going to open up the exhaust valve. So that's kind of a little feature that not a lot of people might not know about. So let's go ahead and take it out for a drive. Behind the wheel and on the road in the 2021 Nissan GT-R Premium, what are we working with underneath the hood? That is a hand-assembled twin-turbo 3.8-liter V6 with 565 horsepower and 467 pound-foot of torque. And that is paired to a 6-speed dual-clutch transmission. I've been fortunate over the last several years to drive about a half dozen different GT-Rs, some stock, some heavily modified, none newer than a 2012, and I never got to drive them for more than an hour or so. This is the longest time I've really spent in a GT-R, a full week, daily driving it and getting to experience everything it's got to offer. And I want to go over not necessarily all the details and stats of it. I want to talk about what it's like to drive it, you know, the experience and the emotions and reactions that come along with it. You can watch my full overview video I did with a product planning member from Nissan if you want to get into kind of the nitty-gritty of it. But in this video, I'm going to focus on what it's like to really drive it. So we are out. It's a beautiful day here in Brentwood, Tennessee. I'm going to get a little acceleration for you here. Tires are warmed up, car's warmed up. The power comes on so smooth. That's the thing I love about the GT-R. It's just, it's such a seamless car to drive. So, you know, you get out in a lot of these cars that are fast and have high horsepower, and it's exhausting. You know, you come back after an hour drive or just, you know, running around town and you're like drained. But the thing I love about this is just so easy to drive. It's like a supercar that everyone can drive, but it's well respected by everyone in the car community. We're at the red light here. I'll go ahead and it's crazy. It's quick, and again, like I said, it's like an accessible power that you can handle, and it just comes on fast. And yeah, it's just I want to utilize the paddle shifters here. I love the feel of them too. By the way, it's like a full, you know, thick paddle shifter there for you. Let's go ahead and D4, D3, 2. Go to 1. Wow, that is quick. You know, as far as comfortability, you know, feel-wise, we got a couple inches of headroom. I'm 6'5" tall for point of reference. Leg room is great. I've got my seat pretty much all the way back. Unfortunately, zero, like negative room for the people in the rear if they were behind me. But again, I am kind of an anomaly at 6'5" tall. But as far as my driving position, I feel good. Visibility, good out the side mirrors, rear window's good. You get that wing in your rear view. I always like when you can see the wing of a car back in your rear view. It kind of reminds you that you're in a sweet aerodynamically friendly car. Visibility there is good. And then you get a little bit of window behind this B-pillar back here, so that does help to eliminate the blind spot there. So we're gonna go ahead and do a little downshift for you guys again. Oh, crazy. Here we go, D2. It's just so smooth, again, how the power comes on, and it almost takes you aback a little bit. But it is just a blast driving this car. I love it. I mean, and it looks good too. That's another great thing too. I love the looks of this car. It really stands out when it's on the road, but also doesn't stand out too much. It's not like a crazy, super flashy supercar, right? It's subtle enough, but stands out in all the right ways. Let's go ahead and it puts you back in your seat, and it does it quickly. And I feel safe driving it too. 565 horsepower is still a high number, but with the way this car has been designed, it pops from the titanium exhaust. Sound good, and also it looks good too. I'll go down into D1 for you. This is sick. And the thing I like about it too is that, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and pop it back over into automatic. It's simple, and I mean that in the best way possible. There's not a whole lot going on. This is all analog pretty much on the instrument cluster, aside from a couple digital components like the mileage and the miles per hour, and then what gear I'm in. But I honestly like that. You know, it's just not a whole bunch going on. It's just really driver focused, and I can focus on the things I need, you know, my RPM range, my speed, and what gear I'm in. I mean, that's pretty much all you need to know. And again, I really like that. I think that at least for this car, is fitting, because you don't need a whole bunch of extra add-ons and whatnot. It's just, again, focused on the driving experience, and that's, again, where I think this car truly excels and truly shines. I drive this same route for all of my reviews, so it's consistent, and I know the roads like the back of my hand. I've driven them hundreds, if not thousands of times. Now, I will say that the ride is a little bit stiff. I'm in R on everything. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it over into comfort here for my suspension, and we'll see. Wow, that actually quickly changes that. Interesting. Because it's funny, I was taking this exact same route just 2 days ago in the Ram TRX, big truck on 35s, and I didn't feel anything. And of course, you're gonna feel a little bit being in a low supercar. But as soon as I switched over into comfort, instantaneous change there on the suspension. That's thanks in part to the Bilstein suspension system. Coming around my favorite little roundabout here, so we'll go ahead and go around it, and we'll see how it handles through the roundabout. Oh man, this is like butter. I had to do a extra lap there for wow, that is smooth. This thing, I've described this in the past as it's like a computer on wheels. It's just such a smart car. You know, you can focus on driving and you let it handle all its inner workings, because it's got a lot going on, which is beyond me, beyond my technical knowledge of everything that's going on in this vehicle. But it's doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes while you're sitting back here just driving and enjoying the experience. So this is another roundabout that I like to hit, and this one's going to be really a good test of, you know, how much movement there is and how grounded it is and how planted it is coming through. So we're gonna go ahead and take it at a moderate speed. I'm gonna come into it around 30 miles an hour or so. That's just so smooth. Crazy. It's like it's like on rails. It's like, this thing is like driving on rails. 10 out of 10. I like this. I love it. I love a good GT-R. Now, would this make sense for me as a personal car? Probably not. I need a little more room in the vehicle to haul stuff around. Cargo space was good in the back, as you saw, not huge. I think I really, at the phase I'm in life right now, which is, you think a 27-year-old kid that I'd want a supercar, I almost want like a 4-door sedan. I want to go the luxury route. I want to go luxury 4-door sedan. This car is absolutely fun, and you could most definitely have it as a perfect daily driver. Go ahead and give you guys a little acceleration here. We're in automatic. Oh, the exhaust, it just sounds so good. Once you step on it, you gotta be focused, because this thing, it just gets up and goes, and it's like sucks you in. It's like you're like in another dimension when you're driving this thing, at least when you're accelerating hard. You know, when you're just daily driving it, it's, you know, reasonable and smooth. So we're gonna come back through this roundabout here. This side you can't hit it as straight, but smooth, so smooth. I can't get over that titanium exhaust. How, you know, when it does the automatic downshifts, it pops back for you. All right, you guys, so I'm going to do a launch control for you here. Tires are warm, car is warmed up. I'm on a very familiar road where I do all my driving. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I got everything up into R mode right now. And we'll go ahead and do a launch control. Foot all the way down. I'm gonna accelerate up and lock in my RPM and then release the brake. Wow. That was insane. This car moves. It's just so quick. Wow. My heart stopped for a second. That was awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed this full video review on this vehicle. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already. And we will see you guys in the next video.